#1 community in the world? If not, do so right now for free training and support, along with 5 sessions to help you succeed. Start now by joining us in our private Facebook group and get more exclusive video content on our YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe with notifications turned on for all updates. Join our community right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the inside at grooveasia.cm.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are from a sunny Manchester in England. So, let me take those off. That'll be better. Welcome everybody. One of the things that we want to look at in terms of GLU is things that help you advance. And for example, last week, what did we look at? I introduced the idea of CRM, so the Customer Relationship Management Database. So, one of the things about this is that it's one of the things that would make a big difference to you. And as I type in the definition right now, you can see it's a big word, hence we call it CRM. One of the things is that you have choices in your entrepreneurship journey. And one of those choices is the idea that you can manage it very, very effectively. Okay? So with this case, so for example, you can see on here, CRM, Customer Relationship Management Database. And last week I told you that I have experience of this, and one of the things about having experience of it is we forget sometimes that we used it for our own personal desire, gains, etc. Therefore, something that I suggest or something that I give an example of was for us at that point the thing to do, but in your case, you have to do what's best and you have to make decisions. That's why I want you to, rather than saying you must do this and you must do this, it's not a step-by-step training. The idea is that I want to give you ideas. That's the idea, is to give you ideas. And also, I want you to think about where you see your business. Well, you may not have started it now. Let's assume that you're either, you're in the first year or two of your business, or you may be even planning it right now. You're not even in it right now, okay? Or you may be 5 years in. Whatever I want to say to you, I want you to ask yourself, how does this impact me? And if you're not sure, then just ask me. Those of you, watching live, do me a favor. Just put in #live and let me know that you're there. Let me know that, for example, if you've got any questions. And one of the things about this is it is interactive. And I am planning at some stage some sort of other sessions and so on. But I'm just going to talk a little bit around the subject. Now, today, it's all about planning or designing it. That's what I want you to think about, planning or designing a CRM. We know what a CRM is. A CRM is either a paper or electronic, right? It can be on paper as well. That's fine. System or organization or database, you can see on here, that stores information. That's all it does. And then you can quickly find it. Back in the day, we used to have ledgers and things in the business, right? So order books and records of what your clients have bought in the previous 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, etc. That's all part of the CRM. Maybe you have a particular file for each client. Now, again, this is back in the day when we had physical records. So you would actually have a physical file for each client and all copies of all the orders that they've had, right? Yeah, and it could be a small file, like this wide, or it could be a lever arch file, like one of these. So let me just bring these up here. It's breaking through in the background. So it could be leverage file like this, right? So there's a number of things that you can do. Everybody used this before. This is what I'm saying. And the most organized businesses used it most efficiently and effectively. Okay? So we know what the CRM is. It helps us manage our relationship with the customers. Okay. It helps us know what's going on. We put our own notes in of any interaction or any order or any inquiry or anything that we send to them in terms of marketing as well. And also, it helps you plan for the future. And that's the thing I need you to think about, is the idea that the CRM is not just for today. It's not just for the record keeping. It's a lot more than that. Okay? Now, there are three main things I want you to think about today in terms of planning or designing your CRM. The first one, as I've alluded to here, is the idea that you want to look at vision, your vision. What does success look like here? And then what things do you put into place here? What tactics or what tasks do you have to run, or what things do you have to put place here in order to get to where you want to get to? It's like any plan. We keep saying this, folks. It's like any plan, and I want you to think about where you want to end up. Okay, and that's important on there. The key is write stuff down. What I do, for example, is, as I said, for many years I was a trainer and so on. I would write things down. Now, nowadays, for example, back in the day, I used to use the hard books, the hardback books, and just put in notes so that I don't forget anything. Nowadays, I use something like this: a little marker pen and blank piece of paper. Well, it's not paper, is it? Because whatever I write on it or draw on it, I can then rub it out. I've got another camera, by the way, and from next week I'm going to have one pointing down to my desk. So when I'm doodling, when I'm thinking, when I'm sort of brainstorming in my head, rather than keeping things up there and then I might forget, I just jot things down. I draw things. And if it doesn't look right, it's okay. Just rub it out, do it again. Or if it's good stuff, take a photo of it. Right? Take a photo, and then you can refer back to it and then carry on brainstorming. All right? So think about where you want to end up. Now, things that you need to think about are what type of information you're going to hold. All right? What type of people are you going to have in there? I mean, do you want to put anybody in there that you know? Well, maybe. Why is it I say maybe? Because remember, I said last week, the CRM is not just for customers. It's for people that you know, contacts, leads, people who recommend you, people recommend you have recommended to other people. Well, whatever it is, there's lots of information in there. And one of the things that you can do is to pop down a list of people that you think can help. Now, that's where the second item comes along. Not only do you want the vision, but also I want you to think about your network. Okay, so one of the things about your network is that you already have them. Okay, you already know them. It could be your father, your mother, your son, your daughter, your cousin, your spouse. But more likely, well, if they are going to help you with your business, brilliant. Okay, they could actually pass on your leaflets or your emails or your posts and things like that. They're a supporter. They may not necessarily buy from you, but they are a fan. And also, other people throughout your life you've come across and you kept in touch. And even if you haven't kept in touch, this is a good opportunity to get it back in touch with them and say, hey, it's been a while since we talked, right? Things that you do on Facebook and other social media platforms. But the one thing about this, and a long time ago, somebody taught me this, is if you write down your first 100 contacts, I can't remember what they called it in there. No, there was something specific. But these are the first 100 people that you contact that you're running a business. Even if you've already started your business, this is a great exercise, because if you actually have a spreadsheet, for example, even before looking at CRM software, we're going to look at CRM software possibly next week. But even before you have that, you can actually just get a ledger, write their names down, or create a spreadsheet, put the names down, and put in some details, put in their telephone number and so on. Or you may already have them on their phone, but at least make a list of your top 100 contacts, your first 100 contacts. And that way, if you can spend the next month, every working day, imagine there's 20 working days in a week, and you've got 20 working days in a week, and if each day you contact 5 of them, won't take long. They may not pick up the phone. You may send them an email or a message or a WhatsApp, but just do 5 a day. And within the course of a calendar month, you've contacted your top 100. Don't just say, hey, how's it going? ? You can say, even if you want to keep it short, hey, how's it going? It's been a while since I spoke to you. Now put something in there personal. You want to send a personal message. And then say, here's a new project I'm working on. I'm just wondering, are you able to give me some feedback on how you think this looks? Maybe a website, or maybe a funnel, or maybe an advert, maybe a post. Can you just, give me your opinion? I value your opinion. Can you just tell me what you think of this piece? I promise it'll only take 5 minutes. You're just asking for 5 minutes of somebody's time. Okay? So that's the top 100 contacts, your network. Okay? Let's see who's in the chat over here. Smart Life. Is that Smart Life? Pauline, maybe? Yeah. So, hey, how are you doing? Hope you're well. And we have Narciso as well. Hey, just putting hashtag live. Join in. Tell me if you have do you have a CRM right now? Do you have a CRM? Pauline and Narciso? Just let me know. Do you have a CRM? And if you remember, what I said about the CRM was, what did I say about CRM? What could it be? It could be something quite simple as your contact diary, your contacts on your phone. So most people have, don't they? So you do. You just have to decide, right, I'm going to use it in this particular way to help me achieve this, this, and this. Okay? That's the planning process. So the first one, as I said, was this idea that you need to visualize what you're trying to do, write it down, note it down, think it through. What type of things do you want? What type of information do you want to collect? What software you're going to use? If you're going to use software, I would suggest that you do. And there's lots of free stuff out there. And but don't just go for free because it's free. Go for something that helps you, and also you can build upon and look. Don't just be present today. Be present today, but also think about further down the line. Think about the future. What can you grow into? What is the CRM going to go and grow with you? That's a good idea, isn't it, to think about? So that's the vision part of it. Okay. So in terms of here we go. So yes, Pauline. No, you don't have one yet. Well, your phone. Uh, no, and often we carry lots of information around in our heads, don't we? Yeah. But look, think about it, okay? You've got to think about how you're going to do it. So Pauline is saying, plan to start a mailing list. Brilliant. Now, with a mailing list, and this is the thing I said about the actual vision or planning of it. What type of information are you going to collect in a mailing list? Well, surely it's just there. Oh, hang on. Is it? Do you need their physical address? Well, it depends on what your business is. If you actually, doing landscaping services and doing yard work for people, I think it might be a good idea to know where they live. If you're doing internet marketing for people or creating websites, you can be anywhere in the world, can't you? So you may only need to ask for their email address. So when you're building your mailing list, think about the data that you want. Think about the information you want to collect. And don't ask for too much more at this point. Okay? The reason is, if you ask, if somebody said to me, hey, if you're interested in this, here is a form which will take you 17 minutes to fill in, and I want to know everything about you, including your inside leg measurement. Do you think somebody's going to fill that in? It's less likely, isn't it? So think about the type of information that you want in the mailing list or whichever CRM you create, okay? Later on, you can ask them for more information when they're your customer, your client, you're doing things with them, and so you can actually add it onto your CRM, right? So cool. That's brilliant. Thanks for that. So first one was vision. The second one is your network. Okay, and by your network, what I meant was the top 100 people that you know, the first 100 contacts that you make, things like that, people that you want to get in touch with and who had good ideas. Maybe you want to ask their opinion about something. Maybe they're skilled in certain areas that you need a little bit of assistance. Hey, sorry to bother you. Hey, it's been a long time to see you. Hope you're okay. Just wondering, can we ever catch up sometime? Maybe on Zoom or wherever. And I'd really like to talk to you about something. I've got some key questions, and I think that you may be able to help me. I promise it won't take more than 15 minutes of your time, but I just need to, a few questions. Now, if they respond back, then you can follow up with, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is the area that I'm looking at. And these are specifically the questions I want to discuss, or maybe not specific, but these are the areas I want to discuss with you. It gives them a heads up, and they're already engaged because they've come back to you, and they'll be more prepped on a Zoom call or a meeting in person so that you're not putting the jump on them. Maybe they've had a chance to think about this. Okay? So things like that. Now, the third one is quite interesting in that there are lots of things that it occurred to me that we can do. We know what we want. We have a vision, a dream, a plan of what we want to create. We also start taking action with just creating a spreadsheet or creating a list of names and starting getting in touch with people. Now, the third item is very, very interesting in that one of the things that you should do and do it well, one of the things that you can do is to take action. Now, that doesn't just mean getting in touch with your network, okay? So I mentioned that, right? So number 3, take action. One of the things that what happens is that we say, oh, I know I have to do that. I've thought about it. I've planned it out. I know what I want. I've made my 100 list. And then things just pause. Nothing happens. One of the things I learned, Groove Asia, and even before that, it's all about the action that you take. But every time you hear Simon Leong or Ching Yu Tan or JJ Fernandez or John Chong or anyone in the community, they're always encouraging you to take action. Don't just let it swirl around in your head. And we all suffer from this, by the way. It's normal. Okay? There's nothing wrong with you. We just want to be sure. Well, if I go and eat better and go to the gym, is it certain that I'm going to lose weight and become stronger and fitter and all of the things that go with it? Is it certain? Well, I don't think anybody can say it's certain that I'm going to lose weight. It depends on what I eat. It depends on a number of things, right? But if I take action, if I start going to the gym and eating different food or better food, there's a good chance that I'm actually heading in the right direction, right? But you've got to start it. You've got to take action. And there's no guarantee in anything. There's no guarantee that I would lose 1 kilo. I probably will, but you get the idea. But we sometimes don't take action and say, right, there you go, it didn't work. Well, hang on, you've got to give it a go. You've got to try it. You've got to, I mean, trust me, the reason why I talk about this kind of thing is you need to have a CRM in your business because A, you won't be able to run it effectively or efficiently. B, you'll start hemorrhaging customers and leads. And so any marketing efforts that you have are just wasted. And also, when you do make money, you then have to be organized enough to have the information there so that you can actually make sure that all of your taxes, your accounting, and things like that are up to date because you don't want to be chased by your equivalent of the IRS or the Inland Revenue, right? So you have to do it. It's as simple as that. You can't just go, well, you know what, I'll opt out of this. It sounds difficult. It's not difficult. I told you. You can actually put 100 names in this on this page, right? Fill it out, 100 names. You may not have their number. Okay, well, do some research, go get it. But contact the first 5 people from today. Just contact them. Drop them a line, give them a call. It depends on what kind of relationship you had with them. But if you've not in contact with them, make contact. Reconnect. Okay? So one of the things that people think about is this idea of procrastination, right? Oh, well, maybe they don't want to hear from me. Well, maybe they might. Well, they're too busy. Well, you know them. As long as you can give them something personal to remember, to trigger their memory, even if you're messaging somebody after 10 years, they're very much likely to remember you. Okay? And also, how do I know? Well, again, there are no certainties in anything, but do give somebody else the opportunity to engage or not engage. Don't assume that they won't. Don't assume. Give them the opportunity to connect with you. You may have something, whatever your skills are, whatever your knowledge is, whatever products and services that you are going out to help people, right? Therefore, you want to create opportunities for you to help people. Allow them to help you help people. You're not just directly selling to them. I mean, if for example, one of them goes and says, "Oh, I like this for me," great. But ask them what you want to do is to actually sell. You don't want to sell to them. You want to sell through them. Do you know any? You can go be direct and say, "Hey, I've got this product. I've got this service. Here are the details. Can you do me a favor? Can you look at this?" And help me repost, etc. But pass it on to somebody that you think may benefit from this, and this kind of person is usually, and then give them 3 or 4 characteristics of your ideal client. So you're just saying, "Hey, I need your help," and people are like this. People want to help, don't they? As long as it doesn't take too much for them, a lot of people will. Allow them the opportunity to help you help their friends or family But you can't do that without taking action. You don't have to have everything ready in terms of a course, a website, a blog. As long as you've got something that you can refer them onto. It could be a Facebook group. It could be a Facebook post. It could be some sort of social media platform, or it could quite simply be some information on online somewhere. Okay, but as long as they can pass something on that they don't have to go and write themselves, they can just merely forward it on, but also then give the person they're sending it to a personal message, then that's a good start. Okay. We sometimes in this internet world, we think everybody's online and that real life doesn't come into this. Well, real life definitely does come into this, because all of this stuff that we do, the sales, the marketing, all of this is not just internet marketing. It's not just IT. It's not just tech. It's not just computers. It's not just AI. It's not just any of those things. What it comes down to is these are tools to help you connect with other human beings. That's all. It's all about people. And what you're doing is and saying, hey, can you do me a favor, please? Pass this on to somebody who has this, or this, and I think I can help them. And feel free to let me know what you think, and also pass it on to somebody else. If you like it, brilliant. Tell me why. If you don't like it, brilliant. Tell me why. Okay? Because if your friends or contacts can't tell you the truth, then who is going to be able to tell you? Allow them to do that. Say, hey, would you like to be involved in a focus group? Would you like to be involved in a little bit more market research? Do you mind filling in this 5-minute survey? Those surveys are easy to do, but be specific and also ask for honesty, honest questions, be pointed. You want feedback. If somebody says to you, well, it's not for me. Well, okay, what does that tell you? It doesn't tell you anything. If they say, actually, this is really salesy, and I'm not sure whether I want to pass this on to people I know, that's more direct, more likely to hurt your feelings. But hey, you know what? Go with the facts. Go what their opinion. Go with what they think it is, and you need that feedback. Ask them for feedback, because if they don't give you feedback, then nobody else will. Okay, it's important. All right, so I'm going to keep this short today. Let's keep it to 30 minutes, shall we, roughly? And let's look at some comments that are on here. And yeah, so Narciso says CRM, customer relationship management. Yeah, absolutely. And Mafazor, hey Mafazor, hope you're well. How is Edmonton? Okay, I bet it's sunny right now. I hope you're enjoying your summer. I hope you're well. Great to see you. And yeah, brilliant, Mafazor. Great to see you. As I said, one of the things is, look, typical example. I reached out onto my Facebook today, and I just sent a link. And a friend of mine, Mafazor, I think I first met maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I believe. And yeah, greetings from the other side of the world. Yeah. 4 or 5 years ago, we belonged to an online Toastmasters club, and then he joined the club that I created a couple of years ago. And he's saying it's beautiful here. Yeah. So it's been a while since I've actually been in contact with him, but I just put it out there today. Now, whether he's going to go and buy all my stuff, that's not the point. It's about connections. Make connections. And then if, for example, the connection is nurtured, then you never know where that ends up. And that's the way, I used to build Toastmaster clubs like this. Just, it's about connections, connecting with people. And the same in business. It's all about people. It's not about the tech. It's about people. That's the thing I want you to take away, right? CRM, customer relationship management database. Think of it as a way of keeping on top of your connections with your audience, your leads, your customers, your potential customers, all right, your supporters, your fans. Remember I told the story last week about somebody who never bought from us, but he was one of our biggest fans. He used to recommend us all the time. He was never in a position to actually buy our software, but he always recommended us because he loved what we did. And as I said, he used to ring me up for advice and say, hey, can I talk to you about this and that and the other? Because he valued my opinion. It's about relationships. It's about connecting with people. Okay? And that's what it does. So, Mathers was saying, yep, that's correct. Yes, about connections. And thank you, Nick. You're a better. No. I just get the opportunity to connect with people. That's all. We connect with good people. Okay, I connect with a lot of good people. And one of the keys is about, and you see, if I sort of say, right, I want to put myself out there, I'm going to try and connect, then there's a chance that somebody will reciprocate and engage with you. If they don't, they're okay. It's okay. Don't get insulted by it. Don't take it personally. But you've got to take action. So what I would like you to do, think about what I said. I want you to look at the vision that you have. Okay. Think about what is it you're trying to do. Write it down. Then I want you to make a list of 100 names. And then finally, start calling them up. Start creating something that you can say, hey, can you have a look at this? Whatever it is, even just write it in a easy to understand paragraph that, hey, I'm looking to create a service. You may not have created it yet. I'm going to have an amazing service and get ChatGPT to help you as well with this. Make it nice, punchy and energetic and so on. Don't shy away, okay? If you don't sound enthusiastic about it, how do you expect anybody else to be? Okay, so take action with that. All right. So I hope that this has been useful for you today, and hopefully we can see you again next week. In the meantime, I'm going to let Simon take it away with this video. Cheers. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Hi, this is Simon Leung with GrooveAsia.cm. Are you already a part of the #1 community in the world? If not, do so right now for free training and support, along with 5 sessions to help you succeed. Start now by joining us in our private Facebook group and get more exclusive video content on our YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe with notifications turned on for all updates. Join our community right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the inside at GrooveAsia.cm.